Whenever you come across this tarot reading, you unexpectedly triggered someone, but did it lead to a separation? Did it lead to a breakup? We do have single here on the bottom of the deck, but over here we have the card union, shocking, and it says turmoil, trouble, unexpected, triggers, and then reflection. All right, so let's see what's coming up in this tarot reading today. What's happening in your union? And it doesn't have to be romantic love. It could be family or platonic. Now, you could be also any zodiac sign. The reading is general and timeless, so just take what resonates with you, leave what doesn't for the next person. And if you would like a personal tarot reading, a private one-on-one session with me, Akashic Records, or to join Reclaiming Your Ancient Self, it starts June 8th. Check out that box below. It does have everything that you will need. All right, collective. Now, this does say perspective, better off, happiness, and clear head space. So it's interesting here. There was a trigger. There's the quote, your greatest trigger is your greatest liberation. So someone was triggered here unexpectedly in a relationship, but you or the person is kind of better off. So let's see what this is. What do we have for the collective on union? Unexpected, trigger, reflection. Oh my gosh, twin flames. All right, is it a twin flame reading today? We have twin flames over here. As we know, twin flame connections can be very triggering. There's a lot of mirroring in twin flame unions and connections. Now, why do we have twin flames union? Unexpected, triggers, reflection. But here we go over here. Peace. Your greatest trigger is your greatest liberation, or someone else's greatest trigger is their greatest liberation. Now, we have twin flame here, okay? So it could either be shared feelings, and it doesn't have to be a twin flame connection. It could also be a twin flame connection. It led to greater peace. Again, your greatest trigger is your greatest liberation. Now, there was an unexpected trigger here, and it feels like it caused some sort of conflict. We're going to dive deeper with the tarot. However, you're better off over here. And so I'm a Reiki master, and what I do see is the root of whatever the trigger was, your twin flame, or whoever this is here, your mirror. So if it doesn't resonate as twin flame, your mirror was meant to trigger that deepest part of you or them in order to uproot that and liberate you. Peace and perspective. All right, so let's grab the tarot over here. What do we have for the collective? What do we have for the collective today on twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? The Tower card, unexpected. Why do we have twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? Why the Tower card and the Six of Wands for twin flame union, unexpected, trigger, and reflection? For the collective today. Now, where is the collective's energy in this reading? For the collective, where is their energy in twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? Here was your greatest liberation. Six of Swords is a card of leaving behind what no longer serves you. It's also a card of healing. So whatever, say, this triggering dynamic was in this union, and again, it doesn't have to be twin flame, you actually left it behind for good. Now, why do we have the Tower card for twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? Why Six of Wands for twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? Why the Wheel of Fortune for twin flame union, unexpected, triggers, reflection? It actually led to your greatest success. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands over here. I am a vessel for creativity and innovation. This is also a card of your power. This is your life force energy. It's your Ashe, the Ace of Wands over here. And it's also a new beginning. Okay, your twin flame came in like a tower, okay, and it got you out of balance. It was fate. It was meant to happen that way. And it does say here, the Tower card, I can rebuild. The Tower card, any sacred destruction, right? Like we think of Shiva Kali, you know, where Shiva and Kali Ma are sacred destruction. You know, it's not like a human being taking something, you know, I'll just use the excuse of a bat to a car, you know, like it's not that, it's sacred destruction. And so with the Tower card over here, I can rebuild. The whole intention of you coming across your twin flame or, you know, whatever union that this was here, it's definitely someone where you both really mirrored one another. If it doesn't resonate as like romantic twin flame. It was destined when you came across them that you would come out of balance. But with the Tower card, right, it only shakes away what doesn't serve you, what no longer serves you, what is not of your highest truth. And with the Tower card, I can rebuild. It's also destiny that after this destruction, you would rebuild. All right, we do have Six of Wands, the Judgment card. You have beautiful energy here where there's success upon your name. There is success upon your life. You have Judgment. I know my destiny. Six of Wands. The Tower card came in and it wasn't a spiritual attack, okay? Where it was extreme mirroring, maybe triggering, but it actually wasn't a spiritual attack. It was meant to loosen the soil. Like, you know the term loosen the soil? It was meant to. It would bring you into your greatest success, actually. And the whole wheel turns over here. We'll dive a little bit deeper into this twin flame energy. Or, yeah, we'll dive deeper into this twin flame. What do we have for twin flame union? Oh gosh, look at that. You guys are mirrors of one another. How can you deny yourself in the other? It doesn't matter, you know, again, where it doesn't have to be a twin flame as far as like romantic love. This could just be someone who really mirrored you. How can you deny yourself in the mirror reflection in that person? Deja vu can resonate with you. Did you have deja vu upon meeting this person? Where even this reading, it almost feels like I've done this reading before in the past. We have Ace of Swords and the Devil card. What somebody rejects in the other is truly a reflection of themselves. Whoever this person is, you guys are so opposite but so alike. Ace of Swords, the Devil card here. Again, you know, this catalyst, this twin flame, this person coming into your life, you coming into theirs, it was very catalytic. It was your greatest liberation and trigger. For twin flames, for twin flame union, why do we have the Ace of Swords? Why do we have the Ace of Swords and the Devil card for twin flame union? It was a blast of truth. That's what this was over here. We have Seven of Cups. I make choices with clarity. Seven of Cups also is illusionary energy. You know, this person coming into your life, you coming into theirs, it was a blast of truth. It was a portal of truth. It cleared out all illusions. For twin flame union, why Ace of Swords, the Devil card, and twin flames? Why Ace of Swords, the Devil card, Seven of Cups, and the King of Cups for twin flames? Your greatest trigger is your greatest liberation. What I do see here is it could be you. It could also be someone else. It could be both if it's truly twin flame union. Eight of Swords. There are things that you and this person that were mirroring one another denied, but it was true in each other. There were certain things about yourself, you know, or like in this person, say, you could deny it, but actually things can change, they can evolve, they can something here. I'll give the example that I had made an announcement today of like, hey, I'm going through purification right now. And I suddenly, like my body just suddenly started rejecting coffee. Maybe if you ask me 2 months ago though, hey, do you feel like it's time to release coffee? I would tell you, no. You know, what are you talking about? It's not time to release. There's nothing wrong with coffee. I could say that, right? I mean, clearly, you know, like say my body was rejecting coffee as I was going through purification process. Our egos can say one thing, you know, say it's coffee. Say it is, I'm just trying to think of something. Coffee's really the only thing I could think of right now. You know, or like, I don't know, say like someone's drinking, right? I actually don't drink, so that's why I'm giving that example. Say someone's like, you know, 1 cup is not bad. It's not bad to drink beer. And maybe it's not bad. Nothing is bad, right? Even coffee is not bad. There are certain things either someone was saying or you were saying, and actually that's not true kind of thing. There are things that someone in your life, like you came into their life, you were a reflection. And there's certain things that they denied about themselves, ringing in my left ear, that were perhaps true. The 8 of Swords, I have the power to change my circumstances. Or again, I could say like, I mean, truly, coffee is not bad. And it's not like I was drinking coffee at 7 o'clock at night anyway. I wasn't. That's not what Spirit wanted, right? Beyond my ego. And I have to release coffee, even though I thought it wasn't a problem, you know? 8 of Swords, opening of the third eye. I have the power to change my circumstances. And I mean, if it's truly twin flame union, and again, it doesn't have to be for all of you. Both people, though, like say have that root or trigger. There's something within both people, you know, that maybe one denies and the other, etc. Why the Ace of Swords, Devil card, the 7 of Cups, the King of Cups, and the 8 of Swords for twin flame union? Why King of Cups with the 8 of Swords for twin flame union? Why King of Cups with the 8 of Swords for twin flame union? There might be a reconciliation. I say that because you guys kind of work together, although there's a ton of swords here. Someone's also protected here. 7 of Wands. Why the King of Cups, 8 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands for twin flame union? Now, for some of you, this could be twin flame or just someone that you mirrored. I will say if they, you know, there's no reconciliation or there's, you know, separation right now. Confirmation of the peace. For some of you, someone really denied the reflection in you. Or vice versa, right? You're actually being protected here. There's someone, it might actually be your twin flame. It could also just be anyone that you were mirroring. Someone felt like you, now for some of you, would never change. Why the Chariot card and the 7 of Wands here? You're being blessed. It's interesting here. You are being greatly blessed and protected by the end of this reading. The Hangman, I am enlightened, a shift in perspective. And it's interesting here. Somebody, they were not great to you, your twin flame or this person. It does say friendship. So was it a friend? Was it a twin flame? You know, I was just listening to a song. What is it called? It goes something along the lines of, nobody is going to save me. It's like about saving yourself. Someone felt like you didn't have the power to succeed or to save yourself or whatever it may be here. And you were actually protected from this person. It's a friend or a twin flame. You know, twin flame could be your friend. It could just be anybody here that you were mirroring. Someone greatly denied you. And as soon as though they kind of kick you out of like, let them go heal, let them do something along those lines where they really judged you here. But the key thing is you were actually a mirror of them, but they judged you. It's like this energy where they're just like, okay, I'm going to turn this way. And then you got very protected, where it also seems here like you can't close the door on the collective. You can't close the door on the chosen one. The chosen one's going to be protected. Another door is going to open. Yeah, where they try to say with their own ego or opinion, in some way, shape, or form, shut a door on you. And I will say solitude. There's something along the lines here of like King of Cups, Eight of Swords, of leaving you alone. But their perspective is shifting where you're maybe better off that way. Perspective, better off, happiness, clear headspace, peace, balance, harmony, friendship. So it's, you know, it's also, it wasn't say right how they treated you, how they thought about you. It pushed you though. And it feels like you achieved a balance that they didn't expect. You do have Seven of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. You're very protected. So is your money, wealth, and prosperity. The Chariot card moving forward. It says, I can find balance. The key thing here, though, is, again, whether it's be a friend, a twin flame, someone that you mirrored, they also couldn't take the reflection. They walked away. And you did something on your own, but I will say they're proud of you. 1717, as I say that. So you could be seeing that number. You know the song by Drake, I'm so proud of you. That's what I'm hearing. You know, where someone is proud of you. Why the Six of Wands and the Judgment card here? Why Page of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune? You know, someone's realizing that you're also very protected. Mount Everest. That's the song. It just came to me. Maybe just Mount Everest means something to you. The song lyrics of the song Mount Everest. And it says, I don't need anybody to save me. I burned down my house. And I burned it down just to do it again. And that's what the song says, where it's like, you know, if you look up the lyrics, it's called Mount Everest. And I forget who it's by. But the song says, you know, I burned down my own house because I rebuilt it. And I didn't need anybody to help me rebuild it or save me. That's what's coming through in this reading. Unfortunately, it may be your twin flame, but that's okay. You know, you do also have friendship here. It could be anybody, really. Somebody who really mirrored you. In their sense, though, like say on their end, you mirrored them, though, where whatever say they judged about you, it was almost their lesson of like, don't, you know, something along the lines of perspective. Now, it's interesting, though, after this Tower card, and it does say, I can rebuild. Everything comes back to balance. Now, for some of you, it really is the way that they thought of you. And the way that they thought of you was actually not your truth. You needed that reflection, though, to kind of say, well, F you. Like that kind of thing, where it's like, F you. Okay, let me do this. And then you really did it. And then you did a good job. Not even a good job, a great job. You got a Six of Wands. Put it in the comments below. Success is my natural state. They greatly underestimated you, this person, or your twin flame. But again, it kind of was also key here where you were meant to be underestimated. Now you're in your truth over here. The Wheel of Fortune, Page of Wands, and the Ace of Swords. The Page of Wands is communication. It's good news. The Wheel of Fortune is your Wheel of Fortune turning. Ace of Swords, you've come into your highest timeline and truth. Again, your greatest, say, trigger is your greatest liberation. Now, how does this twin flame? How does this twin flame feel about the collective? They feel like you're their soulmate. Nope, and I could see why. Okay. They did feel like you're their soulmate. I will say you got every kind of relationship here. So it does not have to just be twin flame. You got friendship. You got twin flame and soulmates. You needed this. And again, it could be vice versa, but here's why. They felt like you weren't real. As soon as I say that, oh, like, you know, sometimes the refrigerator makes some noise. Everything's quiet here. They thought that you were pretending, not genuine, pretending. Wow, even in the song Mount Everest, it really does say so much love that you thought it was fake. Go look up the lyrics of Mount Everest, and I'm sorry, I don't remember who it's by, but it was made in the past, say, 5 to 10 years. So much love, and I think the lyrics say so much love, they didn't know what to do with it. Someone thought that your love was not genuine, that it was fake, and they kind of left you behind. And that's why you were so protected. The door did not shut on you when they shut it themselves or when they walked away from you, because your love was genuine and it was very true. As soon as I say that, my mom was calling me. So for some of you, maybe your mom, but also like the love of a mother, right? The love of a mother that like sometimes is mom, I'm going to like, she loves me. I'm going to get back to her right after this reading, you know, the love of a mother. You know, but of a father too, the inner mother, the inner father of anyone. If we think of like the love of a mother, right, that, you know, and hopefully for most mothers, you know, it just never runs out. No matter what happens, right? Someone thought that your love was not genuine and God showed out for you. Now, how does the collective feel about this twin flame? How does the collective? Yeah, I was going to say you didn't see the truth here. Now it does say emotions, stringing along. You didn't see that this person, wow, collective. This person felt like your love wasn't real. Whole time, their love wasn't real. Sacred mirror. You're free-spirited. And I don't know why I hear gypsy. So maybe like gypsy-like. You're free-spirited on the bottom of the deck. And this is an interesting mirroring here. Someone kind of left you for dead. They're like, they weren't genuine anyway. They were fake anyway. They didn't really love me anyway. Whole time, the secret is you love them so much. Maybe just not in the way that they, you know, were used to. Maybe you love a little bit differently. You know, like there's some people maybe that sometimes need space. I don't know. You know, definitely someone, so much, again, the song Mount Everest, so much love. They thought it was a lie. I will say you were in denial, though, of this person was stringing you along and playing with your feelings. Meanwhile, you actually loved them. And so when this person, say, looks up your social media, when they're watching you, this or that, you know, this is the type of person to like have a sour face when they see that, even if it's your twin flame, unfortunately. But This is the type of person to have a sour face when they see that you're still succeeding. And that's because God's favor was never lifted off of you. This person did not get to judgment here. The judgment upon you was the Six of Wands. While this person walked away from you thinking that you were not genuine, thinking that you were fake, you got good karma, actually. And I will say there was a Tower card here, but you got good karma because you actually really loved them. And this person did not feel the same way when it came to you. But it's interesting here where this person felt like you were putting up a front. Whole time, they were putting up the front, not you. For how this twin flame feels about the collective. Why do we have soulmates not genuine? For how this twin flame. They feel like in the past you held secrets and illusions. It's so funny. You actually mirrored this person. When you're full of love, it confuses people who are full of shit. Showing the truth. We're going to go deep, okay? We're the black suede of the scorpionic energy. I have a Scorpio rising. I'm a double rising, actually, by the way, but one of them is a Scorpio rising. And this is someone who has trust issues and who like tests people. This is somebody though, again, like they have maybe the mirror, or right? Or like they look into people and like, oh my God, can I trust you? Can you trust you? Can this person trust themselves? It's interesting here. This is someone who tests people. And so they're putting you through all these tests if you're trustworthy. Meanwhile, you are the most trustworthy, I almost want to say motherfucker, that like they have come across. They felt like in the past you were holding all these secrets. Meanwhile, you were the one that's like, oh, you're not facing reality, collective. This person is holding secrets regarding you. What is the secret? They don't trust you. Trust issues. I don't know why Drake is coming through so much. Trust issues, okay? But this is someone who they don't trust anybody because they don't trust themselves. They don't feel safe within themselves. And so, yeah, this person has a deep wound of betrayal, of trust. And then you were actually sent, though, as like this angelic being. Just pure love, maybe not perfect, but you were very pure. For the collective, and we do have justice over here, so you're getting some sort of justice. What do we have for the collective on twin flame union, not genuine soulmates? Why do we have twin flame union, not genuine soulmates? Meeting up, planning, discussion. Now, if this was a dating connection, somebody felt like, no matter what this is, somebody definitely has trust issues, but they got mirrored with you. Where this is the side piece card. This is the coffee date card. It does say meeting up, planning, dating multiple people. Side piece over here. So if it has to do with dating twin flames, somebody... Yeah, either way, no matter what kind of union this is. They didn't trust you, and God didn't like that, though. Judgment card, Six of Wands. You were removed from this person because while you were loving them so purely, confirmation honk, this person is like, oh, that person... I know their past or this, whatever that this is over here. Or, if you're dating someone, oh, they're probably dating other people. They don't actually love me. Yes, you really did, collective. You loved them actually so much. But again, go look up the song Mount Everest. Now, what is the advice for the collective? Wow. This is a marriage card, okay? We do have the Magician card. I am confident, co-creator energy. Some of you are manifesting. 10 of Cups, I am surrounded by love and by contentment. You were full of love. They were full of shit. They were full of trust issues. They were full of all those different things, but they projected upon you so much that was not of your highest truth. Like, you were actually a sacred mirror, and I'm just seeing like a clean mirror. You're not perfect, but you weren't hiding anything. They looked into you. They saw your shadow, a sacred shadow, because, shadow's not bad. You integrate it. And they got the mirror reflection of their own shadow, which is trust issues and, a fear maybe of betrayal and all those different things. And so it was the kind of thing, though, where they're keeping illusions because they think you're keeping illusions. And God, Spirit, your ancestors, higher self, pulled you out of that situation because you were being so honest. All right, so that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. Let's grab just a few more cards. What are some cards of advice for... What are cards of advice for trigger, the mirror, twin flames, shocking? Why trigger, the mirror, twin flames, and shocking? Yeah, there were definitely some hostilities here. Matters of the heart, woman or man holding a heart, and then hostilities. We do have the numbers 8. You can be seeing the number 44 or 26. I'm going to grab from this deck. What do we have for the collective on reflection, triggers, twin flame, shocking? It was within. And on a very deep level, like, shadow work, control. Where this person, you can't control of, say, getting hurt or not, right? Where there's always a risk in love. There's a risk when you step outside. There's a risk using this phone. Life is risks. And there's somebody, though, that protected themselves to the point that it hurt you. We have the Dragon's Duel here. It was an inner conflict. All right, a lot of mirroring here. What is a final message for the collective on reflection, triggers, twin flame? Why reflections? Why do we have reflections, triggers? Why reflections, triggers, twin flame, and shocking? Why reflections? Very, very protected here. Okay, we do have spirit, guardian, angel over here. And good times, okay, where, yeah, if this person doesn't trust you, look at that, taking a risk. You got to take, life is risky. They say, using your phone can cause a lot of different things, all right? Life is just risky. And so with the guardian angel over here, they're protecting your goodness. Your guardian angel, your protector, maybe spirit guide, is protecting your joy, good times, your excitement, your innocence here, right? Where Page of Wands, this is you. Like, you just show up and you're just innocent because you have pure intentions. And so if you can't be that innocent, where it's not childlike, it's a safe inner child. You know how, like, even grown adults, childlike, maybe a little bit silly because you feel safe. This part of you, it says ecstasy, chasing thrills, excitement, a good time. This part of you, your guardian angel protects. Because this person was kind of taking this part of you. If someone's questioning your intentions that hard, they could go. And that's what your guardian angel said, oh, you're questioning this person's intentions way too hard. You're putting them through way too many tests. Now you got to go. And that's what's coming through in this reading. Okay, that's what I have for you. I do hope that it resonates in a positive way. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings to your day.